What's up, everybody? It's Dr. G. I hope everybody's doing good. So today I am coming on to talk about something that I feel a vast majority of us are guilty of, and that is the interference of social media with our daily lives, your study habits, your performance in school, your performance in someone like me in residency, your performance in your workplace, stuff like that, because this thing can be a huge distraction, right? Think about the number of social media platforms we have. Instagram, Twitter, gosh, there is Snapchat, with I have no clue what that is about, to be honest, and TikTok and Facebook, you name it, guys, you know them all. I have been in Facebook since the inception of Facebook, put it that way. But I tell you guys what, when I got into medical school, I had to completely dissociate myself with anything associated with social media, except WhatsApp, of course, just because sort of use that to keep in touch with folks back home and stuff like that. So I'll tell you guys this, I was gone from med school for about 4 years, and in those 4 years, I completely was out of Facebook. I get it, not everyone can do that. Not everyone can completely go cold turkey just because of that common saying of FOMO, fear of missing out. You're thinking there's something that's going on out there that I'm completely missing out on by not being involved in social media. I get it. But the important thing also to remember is you got to set your priorities, right? What is more important to you? Is it wasted 30 minutes to an hour or 2 hours every day on Facebook, as opposed to that high stakes exam that you have, that job presentation, other things that you have to do, things that are like time sensitive, things that require your undivided attention, right? So priorities. So for me, I came back to Facebook after I finished medical school. Look at me now in residency. Now you run a YouTube channel in residency, have work to do, family, and then Facebook. Also have to manage my Facebook page and stuff like that. So it is a lot. But at the same time, I still try to find a way to strike that sort of a balance, So here's my thing. If you can completely go off of Facebook when you're studying for these exams, please do it. It really does pay off. But let's say you're in that category of not able to completely go cold turkey, like off of Facebook, whatever social media platform that you're fully involved in, then what I would say to you is try to manage your time effectively. It's all about time management. And speaking of time management, let me give you guys this tip. So there is this underutilized function on Facebook that I feel a lot of people don't take advantage of. And that is the section where you actually get to manage your time on Facebook. Actually set your account to remind you of when you're going over a set number of hours. Like say you sort of decided that you're not going to go beyond an hour. You're not going to spend more than 30 minutes on Facebook or more than 1 hour on Facebook a day. You sort of set that section. And I will have a little clip on that for you guys to see. Just because I use it a lot. Yeah, the time management section where you can actually put your Facebook in what they call quiet mode. So when you set it into quiet mode, so I can decide to say, oh, I'm going to have my Facebook go into quiet mode for the next 10 hours. So I do this one a lot. So most times I do for the next 8 hours, for the next 10 hours. And the other important part is your notifications. So I am a stickler for not letting these red dots stay on my app. The little red dots that remind you of when there's a notification, when there's an email, when someone sends you a message or something like that. So I get paranoid with those. So what I do to prevent that, turn off my notifications, because I don't want to see that. Because when I see it, there's this thing with me about, okay, there is something that needs to be addressed that has not been addressed. And it's like I have to get on it right away and take care of it. It's sort of, I think it's that pattern of behavior when you're in medical school, just because you have that sense of urgency with everything. I am paranoid with that, especially with my emails and stuff. When I see those little red dots on the app, I'm thinking, okay, there must be an important email. There must be a deadline that I need to meet. It must be something that requires my urgent attention and needs to be taken care of right away. So it's that sort of a pattern of behavior that I've sort of carried through in order to avoid that, because I know myself, I'm not going to flip through my phone or flip through these apps and see a little red dot and just ignore it, because I'm thinking, you got to take care of this right now. ASAP, we got to take care of it. So because of that, I turn off my notifications. And I do the same thing both for Instagram and everything else. So Instagram, not too busy or active over there and stuff like that, just because I feel like there are already too many social media platforms to keep up with anyway. So that's one of the important tips. If you happen to be one of those that you don't want to completely go off of Facebook, but you can actually manage your quiet time. And the good thing about the quiet time section is when you set that on, so let's say I set it on for, I want my Facebook to go into quiet time for the next 10 hours. If I try to log into Facebook again, that whole screen just comes up and say, well, your whatever is still in quiet time. You have to consciously control yourself, right? You have to maintain that self-control to say, okay, my Facebook is in quiet mode. And that basically means whatever notifications, whatever emails, whatever messages anyone sending to me saying, oh, this needs to be responded to, blah, blah. Oh, I need this, I need that. Whatever comments that I feel like I need to respond to, I'm not going to see those until my 10 hours has elapsed, and then I can go back in again. But that's one of the ways I used to manage my time on Facebook. That way, I can still stay in touch, right, with what's going on social media, especially Facebook. I happen to be a little more active on Facebook than any other social media, so that's one I'm sort of focusing more on. But any other social media platform that you're super active on, you can also do the same thing, guys. I mean, turn off those notifications and set a time limit for yourself as far as like how much time you spend on these social media platforms. Because at the end of the day, it makes no sense to sit around flipping and thumbing through what's going on in social media and neglecting the most important things in our lives, right? So this specifically goes out to the people that are studying. If you're studying for the USMLE, guys, if you are studying for your medical school exams, if you have other urgent agendas, things that need to be taken care of, get off social media and go do the most important things in your life, okay? I just want to put this out there just because I know me personally, that's something I've had to deal with, like making sure I control my time when it comes to social media. That way I can also have more time available to do the most important things in our lives. So this is what I'm talking about. Go to Facebook, and this is your home page here. You go to the right lower corner there and click on menu, and that brings you over here, and go to the top and click on settings right there, and then we'll come down and click on your time on Facebook, and that brings us to manage your time. And then we go here and toggle to the right, and that sets to quiet mode. So you pick how many hours you want to set that for. So say here we'll set it for 10 hours, right? And after that, that's it. You can also schedule how many hours you want to be on Facebook so that it can sort of remind you of how many hours you've spent on it, okay? And so close that up and see. Next time we try to log in, this is what comes up for you. So that's it for this video, guys. Until next time, this is Dr. G. I appreciate y'all for subscribing, commenting. We are growing, my people, and I appreciate y'all. I truly do appreciate you guys, okay, for your subscriptions, for your comments, for your messages and everything, and getting this channel going. So until next time, guys, it is Dr. G. Thank you.